as she drove right baseline. Dumping it inside and breaking free is Kayla Boers. First 2 points of the afternoon for the Vikings, and it's 5-2. And now some pressure in the backcourt by the Vikings. Right corner, there's Swanson. Tried to dump it inside to Mitchell. It's deflected, knocked away. Augustana comes away with it. Kerr brings it out. This is Etheridge. Her three will not go. Good position by Schwartman, and a foul is going to be called over the back foul against Augustana. It'll be Blue Jay basketball. The foul on Kayla Boers, that's her second. So into the game now for Elmhurst is number 21, Melanie Schwartman. Also into the game, number 32, Whitney Schaefer for the Blue Jays. Sinnett now in the backcourt, and it was knocked away by Augustana's Andrea McNally. It'll be Blue Jay basketball. Coming out of the game now is Schwartman, and replacing her is Devin Vaughn, number 3. Devin is a junior out of North Aurora. 15:37 remaining here in this first half. The Blue Jays turn the ball over. Augustana basketball here. 15:37 to go here in this first half. 5-2 in favor of the Blue Jays. Shot from the outside is good that time by Cheney Tambling. Tambling, a 5'8 junior out of Dwight, Illinois, went to Dwight Township. We got a whistle here at the other end. Foul is going to be called against Augustana. I believe it's going to be on it's number 34, Marissa Pezzopani. Marissa's first foul, and it's the team's third. Blue Jays have yet to commit a team foul in the game. Coming up on the 15-minute mark of this one. Blue Jays with the lead, 5-4. 8 on the shot clock. Sinnett drives left baseline, and a 3-second violation will be called against the Blue Jays. Coach Carrillo on her feet, barking out instructions. Here's McNally holding on top for Augustana. This is Kerr. Etheridge to McNally. Driving, Trambling, and a traveling violation called on Tambling. Cheney Tambling with the walk. Bring the ball back to the Blue Jays. 14:40 remaining now in the first half. Schwartman inside to McMahon, and Fiona with her first 2 points of the game. Fiona is the Blue Jays' leading scorer. As that ball knocked away, it'll go to Elmhurst. McMahon averaging 14 points per game, the leading scorer for the Blue Jays. She's almost averaging a double-double, actually. She's averaging 9.5 rebounds per game as well. Fiona, only a sophomore out of St. Charles, Illinois. She went to St. Francis High School. 7-4, Blue Jays by 3. That 3 off by Whitney Schaefer. But Schaefer gets it back. The Blue Jays will get a new 30-second shot clock. Devin Vaughn. Schaefer will try again from the top of the key. That one will not go. Offensive rebound, though, and the putback by Melanie Schwartman. And a whistle and a foul. Pezzopani with the foul. That is Marissa's second. And it's the 4th team foul. So Melanie Schwartman will shoot 2. She buries the first one. Fiona McMahon is going to take a breather here. And replacing her is Kim Schwartman. So Schwartman and Schwartman, along with Devin Vaughn, Karen Sinnett, and Whitney Schaefer out there for the Blue Jays. Heel of the rim, no good. That second attempt by Melanie. 8-4, the Blue Jays over the Vikings. 13:45 remaining here in the first half. Oh, near steal that time by Schwartman, and she does come up with it. Kim takes it all the way for the easy layup. Good start to this ball game by the senior, Kim Schwartman. She's got 5, and it's a 6-point lead for the Blue Jays. And it's fitting that the senior having a good start here on Senior Day. Here's the drive, and a foul as Gianna Pecora just kind of flicked the ball up there. Foul is going to be called on the Blue Jays, Devin Vaughn. That's her first and the team's first. And so Gianna Pecora will come to the line. First trip to the line for the Vikings. You look at the CCIW standings here as that free throw is good by Pecora. She'll have one more. Leading the conference is Carthage at 11-1. Wheaton is 10-2. Both of those two teams are playing today at Wheaton. So the CCIW pretty much should be determined with that ball game. Carthage at Wheaton this afternoon. Other games, Milliken is at Illinois Wesleyan. North Park is in Naperville to take on the Cardinals of North Central. 10-6 after the 2 Pecora free throws. And the ball was knocked out of bounds by Etheridge. It'll be Blue Jay basketball with 17 on the shot clock. Blue Jays snapped a 5-game losing skid last Saturday, by the way, by beating North Park 71-68. Fiona McMahon had 14 points in that ball game. Schaefer comes away with it and a new shot clock for the Blue Jays. Under 13 minutes to go. Vaughn had the open look, and on the move to the basket, she traveled. In that game last week against North Park, Devin Vaughn chipped in with 12. Katie Swanson, she had a season-high 11 points, and Kim Schwartman and Karen Sinnett each had 9 points. Whitney Schaefer came off the bench and had 8 points, so good balanced attack last week in the win against North Park for the Blue Jays. Hoping for another balanced attack here this afternoon. Going to the hoop was Tambling, and she got fouled, so Cheney will come to the line here to shoot 2. Kim Schwartman with the foul, her first. It's the second team foul. Blue Jays averaging about 66 points per game. Augustana averaging about 61 points per game. Tambling hits the first free throw. Blue Jays allowing 65 points per game. The Vikings allowing 67 points per game. So pretty even as far as the numbers go. Second free throw, no good by Tambling. And the score 10-7 in favor of the Blue Jays here. Coming up on the 12-minute mark of this first half. Mark Kruger along with Glenn Liljeberg, Phil Petrusik, our executive producer Kevin Jude, our entire crew. Thank you so much for logging on. Shot no good from the corner. Jessica Bades with the rebound for the Vikings. Pulling up, attempting the 3. Pecora, that's no good. Rebound to Schaefer. Devin Vaughn with a nice pass to Schwartman from the left corner is good. Well, Kim Schwartman is making the most of her final home game of her collegiate career. She's got 7 of the Blue Jays' 12 points. Blue Jays by 5. Tambling from 17, she answers. Cheney has 5. And now some pressure in the backcourt by the Vikings. Good ball game. Both teams executing well here to start the ball game. $17 on the shot clock, 11:08 remaining on the game clock. We are in the first half. Skip pass and the 3-ball attempt. That rims out. And we're going to have a foul called. It looked like Melanie Schwertman went over the back. Her first and the third team foul comes at the 10:56 mark. Into the game for Elmhurst is number 30, Courtney Spencer. Fiona McMahon back into the game as well. Courtney Spencer, a 5'6" freshman out of Rolling Prairie, Indiana. Tambling will take the 15-footer. That one's no good. It went off the fingertip of Katie Swanson, though. It'll be Viking basketball with a new 30-second shot clock. Inside, the turnaround by Tambling. Oh, the skip pass to the far side, and Pecora buries the three. So Gianna Pecora ties the game up. Check that, that's number 20. That is Amy Hicks with the three. Amy Hicks ties the game up at 12. Answering at the other end is Courtney Spencer. And the Blue Jays take the lead by 3, 15-12. And a timeout taken by Coach Mark Beinborn and the Augustana Vikings. 10:05 left to go here in the first half. The Blue Jays lead it by 3. Well, we touched on the numbers by Kim Schwertman. The other senior being honored here on Senior Day is Stephanie Mitchell. Stephanie is a 4-year letter winner for the Blue Jays. She has appeared in 95 career games, including 5 as a starter. She has a career total of 253 points, 189 rebounds, 31 assists, 9 block shots, 19 steals. Stephanie is a graduate of Roscommon High School in Michigan and is the daughter of Bob and Lori Mitchell. Stephanie, her and Kim Schwertman, the two seniors being honored. Nice ceremony before the ball game for the two seniors, and they're hoping that they can get a victory here in their final home game of their collegiate career. It's been a good ball game here, 15-12 in favor of the Blue Jays. We are halfway through the first half. Here's Hicks. And we got a traveling violation called against Augustana. Pressure in that backcourt by the Vikings. And it looks like now a double team. And they get it to Swanson. Swanson goes to the backcourt, and a backcourt violation is going to be called against the Blue Jays. Here's Boers. Nice bounce pass down low to Hicks, and Amy got fouled as she took it up to the hoop. So Hicks will come to the line here. She will shoot a pair for the Vikings. Devin Vaughn with the foul. That's her second. It's the third team foul. Comes at the 9:29 mark of the opening half. First free throw, nothing but net for Hicks. Amy will have one more. Into the game for the Blue Jays is number 33, Claire Monroe. She replaces Vaughn with those two fouls. Second free throw is good by Hicks. Amy now with 5, and it's a 1-point Blue Jay lead, 15-14. We mentioned the two top teams in the conference, Carthage and Wheaton. Illinois Wesleyan is in third at 9-3. Traveling violation against the Blue Jays. So Wesleyan not out of the conference picture. North Central 5-7, North Park 4-8, Elmhurst also 4-8, Milliken 3-9, and Augustana 2-10. Those are all conference numbers. All right, Vikings with the ball, looking to take the lead here if they get a bucket. Or if they hit from downtown, they'll lead by 2. Here's Boers holding up top. Stay working around. Van Rooyen now with the ball. She picks up her dribble, back to Boers. 7 on the shot clock. Van Rooyen a little too high with it, and the Vikings turn the ball back over to the Blue Jays. Devin DeJorio, number 41, is into the game for Augustana. Swanson, the skip pass over to the far side as Augustana stays in a man-to-man defense here, dumping it inside to McMahon. Had her shot blocked, and coming away with it is Pecora of Augustana. Pecora gives it to Hicks. Bounce pass inside to Boers. Her shot won't go. And we got a held ball here between Mitchell and DeJorio. And the alternate possession is going to go to Augustana. McNally back into the game for the Vikings along with Molly Etheridge. 8:09 to go first half. The Blue Jays with the 1-point lead. 15-14. Shot from the outside is no good by DeJorio. Hicks, though, was there with the putback, and Amy now with 7. And the Vikings recapture the lead. 16-15, Augie by 1. Monroe's 3. McMahon with the offensive rebound, fouled, so Fiona will shoot 2. Well, that's what Fiona does so well. She hits that offensive glass. The foul on Andrea McNally for Augie, that's her first. It's the 5th team foul. First free throw no good by Fiona. Couple of substitutions here for Augustana. Tambling comes back into the game. And for Elmhurst, Nikki Moan, number 43, a 5'9 sophomore. 5'10 sophomore, actually. Second free throw by McMahon is good. Fiona with 3. And we're deadlocked at 16. You're watching Blue Jay basketball. My name is Mark Kruger. Delighted to bring you all the play-by-play here from R.A. Fagina Hall in Elmhurst. Shot thrown up by Etheridge was short, but the Vikings get it back. Tamling from 17 hits the heel of the iron and the rebound to McMahon. Schwartman will walk it across half court. Popping out is Swanson. Moan on the drive. Here's Monroe. Inside to McMahon. She makes the move, partially blocked, out of bounds. It will still be Blue Jay basketball. 12 on the shot clock.
Back.
Monroe is going to come out of the ball game. And Sinet returns for Coach Carrillo. Blue Jays overall 10-13. Augustana 7-16. And a blocking foul there by Etheridge, her first. It's the 6th team foul. So one more foul for Augustana. Blue Jays will start shooting some free throws. 6:44 remaining in the half. Moan will take the 3 ball. Rebound pulled down by Etheridge. Here's McNally in the front court. McNally Gives it off to Boers. She'll take the 13-footer. No. McNally has the ball stripped. Good hands by Kim Schwertman. Kim having a good game, both ends of the floor. Inside to McMahon. Fiona with the turnaround. Little too strong. Hicks with the rebound. Boy, Fiona had real good position that time. Just couldn't get the bucket to go. We're still tied at 16. Etheridge dumping it inside to McNally. To the left hand, no good. Swanson and Coach Carrillo wants and gets a timeout here. 5:50 remaining in the game. In the first half, I should say. These two teams met back on January 19th, and Elmhurst came away with the victory, 69-61 in Rock Island. Karen Sinet had 12 points in that ball game. Fiona McMahon had a career high 21 rebounds in that ball game. Gianna Pecora had 16 for the Vikings, and Molly Etheridge added 15. This is the 58th meeting between Elmhurst and Augustana. The Vikings lead the all-time series 37-20, but Elmhurst has been pretty successful as of late. They have won 14 of the last 17 meetings, including 10 of the last 12. Swanson, they get it inside. Moan now kicks it out. Schwartman from the left baseline is good. Kim Schwartman with 9. She's the leading scorer in this game. That breaks the tie. Blue Jays by 2. Etheridge with the turnaround. No good and no call. Play on. Sinet brings it up for the Blue Jays. There may have been a little bit of contact, but no call. Inside to Moan. She'll kick it out. Oh, McMahon will fire up and hit the 3. Fiona McMahon with 6 as she hits from downtown. At the other end, it's Etheridge taking it to the hoop. She is fouled. Boy, I'm not sure if Coach Carrillo wants Fiona McMahon to keep hitting 3-ball attempts, but if she keeps hitting them, why not? Katie Swanson, by the way, with the foul, her first and the 5th team foul as Etheridge hits the first free throw. First point of the afternoon for Molly. 21-17. Make it 21-18 after the 2 free throws by Etheridge. 4:51 left here in the first half. Viking extending that pressure now. Blue Jays get it across. Swanson with the skip pass over here to Schwartman. She'll fire. She's had the hot hand, but a little too strong. McNally with the rebound. McNally runs out of room, and it was tipped out of bounds by Schwartman. Vikings basketball. Kerr will trigger the inbound. Well, now she will not. It'll be Etheridge instead. Etheridge gets it into Tambling. Back to Etheridge. 4:20 remaining here in this first half. Tambling with a nice pass to Jessica Bades. Bades with her first 2 points, and it's a 1-point game. Blue Jays 21, Vikings 20. Exactly 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Pass inside to McMahon. Short rebound to Tambling. Good hustle in the corner, but the Vikings come away with it. Kim Schwartman's been all over the floor. Kerr takes it in, and Manny gets fouled, so Kerr will come to the line to shoot 2. Foul is on Moan. Nikki's first. Kerr hits the free throw. She'll have one more. Devin Vaughn back into the game along with Melanie Schwartman. So Kerr to break the tie. Nothing but net for Kerr, and the Vikings take the lead back. 22-21 Augustana. 3:40 to go here in the first half. Sinnett holding up top, guarded by Etheridge. Sinnett dribbles with her left hand over to the elbow. Popping up top, Schwartman may have gotten away with a travel. No, she did not. She did not get away with the travel. Good call there by the official. Turnover for the Blue Jays. Vikings with the ball and a 1-point lead. Kerr to Etheridge. Tambling, she'll take it. Not hit the rim. It'll go out of bounds off of a Viking player. It'll be Blue Jays ball. .309 to go in the first half. Swanson and Vaughn in the backcourt along with Sinnett. Sinnett back to Vaughn. Nice pass from Swanson to McMahon, and a foul on Jessica Bades, and so McMahon will come to the line to shoot two. Blue Jays did a nice job of spreading the floor and moving the ball nicely against that zone pressure by Augustana, resulting in two Fiona McMahon free throws. She'll have two free throws. She's 1 of 2 from the foul line. Now make it 2 of 3. She's got 7 first half points so far. Amy Hicks comes back into the game. Gianna Pecora in as well for Augustana. Second free throw by McMahon. Nothing but net for Fiona. 8 points for McMahon. 9 for Kim Schwartman to lead the Blue Jays. 1-point lead Elmhurst. 23-22 Blue Jays. .237 to go. Tried to dump it inside. Vaughn knocked it away. 3-ball attempt by Pecora. Sinnett doesn't have the numbers. She'll pull up from the free throw line. That one's a little off. Rebound to Pecora. Pecora drops it off to Hicks. Hicks to Tambling. Tambling's shot is blocked by McMahon, and Fiona comes away with it. Here's Sinnett. Coming up on the 2-minute mark of this first half. McMahon inside to Melanie Schwartman. Count it, and the foul. Good high-low there. McMahon to Schwartman. And Melanie with an opportunity now to complete the 3-point play. Kayla Boers back into the game. The foul was on Maddie Kerr. Her first. It's the 8th team foul. So Melody hits the heel of the iron. No good. Rebound to Boers. Still a 3-point lead for the Blue Jays. 25-22. Steal. Oh, nicely done there by Devin Vaughn, and a timeout taken by the Blue Jays as Vaughn was a little bit in trouble. She was lying on the floor, so Coach Carrillo calling and getting a timeout here. 1:46 remaining here in the first half. The Blue Jays by 3, 25-22. Mentioned the two leading scorers for the Blue Jays, McMahon with 8, Schwartman with 9. Melanie Schwartman with 3, Courtney Spencer with 3, Katie Swanson with 2. As far as the Vikings go, Amy Hicks has 7. Gianna Pecora has 2. Kayla Boers has 2. Bades has 2. Tambling has 5. Etheridge with a couple of free throws, and Kerr with a couple of free throws. The Vikings doing a nice job from the foul line in the first half. They are 9 of 10 so far from the free throw line in the first half. Meanwhile, the Elmhurst College Blue Jays have had 9 free throw attempts, and they've made 5 of 9. But the Blue Jays lead on the scoreboard, 25-22. Elmhurst will finish its season on February 19th at Wheaton College, taking on the Thunder. I mentioned Wheaton 10-2 in second place in the CCIW. Wheaton 20-3 overall. They're hosting Carthage today, which could very well determine the conference championship. All right, here's Schwartman after the timeout here. Kim picks up her dribble, gives it to Schwartman. Her 3 ball is no good, and a foul by Sinet as she fouled Hicks. That's Karen's first. It's the 7th team foul, so Augustana will be shooting 1 in the bonus here for the final minute and 32 seconds of the half. Amy Hicks to the line where she is a perfect 2 for 2. She'll shoot 1 and the bonus here. Boy, Augustana now 10 out of 11 from the foul line here in the game. That's getting the job done from the foul line. They're 11 of 12 now from the foul line in the game. Blue Jays by 1, 25-24. Schwartman. Kim into the front court to Sinet. Sinet tried to dump it inside to McMahon. Ball is loose. Sinet picks it up for the Blue Jays, and she's going to get fouled by Tambling. Cheney's first. It's the 9th team foul, so the Vikings over the foul limit. Blue Jays to shoot 1 and the bonus. So to the line, Karen Sinet for the first time here this afternoon. Sinet, a 5'8" junior out of Anchorage, Alaska, as she hits the first free throw. Always wanted to visit Alaska. Have to talk to Karen, find out where all the hot spots are in Anchorage. She hits the 2 free throws. 27-24, Blue Jays by 3. 1:18 to go here in the first half. Etheridge will launch up the trifecta. Won't go. Hicks battling for the rebound. It's going to go to Augustana. New 30-second shot clock as Stephanie Mitchell comes in for Elmhurst. 65 seconds left in the first half. Etheridge gets it into Tambling. Here's Hicks. Tambling from the left baseline, no good. McMahon with the rebound. Sinet handing it off to Schwartman. Mitchell, Sinet for 3. And Hicks comes away with it for Augie. It was stripped from behind by Swanson. And there's going to be a foul called against Augustana. Good hustle that time by Swanson. Foul is going to be on Amy Hicks, her first. It's the 10th team foul, so now 2 shots. 10 team fouls for Augustana, 7 team fouls for Elmhurst. And that first free throw is good to make it a 4-point lead. Swanson makes good on a pair of free throws. The lead is 5, 29-24. About a 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock now at 20. Etheridge holding, working around a screen, into the paint. Kicks out to Tambling. That shot won't go. Boers with the rebound for Augie. We got a held ball here. Possession arrow favors the Blue Jays with a little over 11 seconds to go. So the Blue Jays hurry here. They can get off a decent shot. Coach Carrillo goes to her bench quickly. Whitney Schaefer, a good shooter, is going to come in for offense. She replaces Stephanie Mitchell. Blue Jays with a 5-point lead. Oh, they cannot get it in. Well, now they finally do get it in. Fortunate to get it. McMahon for three. That one is way off. And a foul. Oh, my. Fiona McMahon fouling in the backcourt with just 2 seconds remaining. Fiona's first. It's the 8th team foul, so that would put Molly Etheridge to the line. One and the bonus. Oh, my. Certainly not what Coach Carrillo wanted. Fiona McMahon fouling some 80-some feet away from the basket with just 2 seconds to go in the half. But Molly Etheridge hits the first. She'll have one more free throw as Stephanie Mitchell comes back into the game. She replaces Kim Schwartman. And for Augustana, number 41, Devin DeJorio, replaces Tambling. Etheridge will have one more. She hits it. 29-26. Blue Jays by 3 with 2 seconds remaining. And that will do it. Here from R.A. Fagnell Hall. One half of basketball in the books. The Blue Jays lead it by 3, 29-26. Well, I'll take a timeout and come back in a couple of moments and recap the first half, give you stats as well. That's all coming up on Blue Jay Basketball.
Time of today's game, we ask that you turn your attention to center court for a very special presentation. This fall, the Elmhurst College volleyball team turned in its best season in over 25 years. The Blue Jays won their first CCIW title since 2004 and advanced to the Final Four of the NCAA championships for the first time since 1987. When reaching the semifinals, they lost to the eventual national champion, St. Thomas. The Blue Jays finished the season with a 32-8 overall record and a top 4 national ranking. Head coach Julie Hall was named the CCIW and AVCA Midwest Regional Coach of the Year. 6 players earned all conference honors, including Megan Reynolds, Antonia V.C. Smith, Caitlin Wilkes, Sam Sarmak, Marcy Novak, and Aaron Thill. Reynolds was named the CCIW Player of the Year while earning first team AVCA All-America honors. Wilkes was also selected as an honorable mention All-American. In addition to the 6 players already mentioned, team members include Perry Morgan, Jess Condon, Melissa Milkey, Elise Craig, Alex Reed, Aaron Henson, Jackie Pavlonius, Laura Moran, Katie Roofer, Sam Horvath, Shannon Burns, Hannah Lesson, Dana Lonkar, Peggy Clemens, and Val Creeley. As we mentioned before, head coach of the Blue Jays is Julie Hall, and one of her assistants is with us today, Lindsay Johnson. At this time, we direct your attention to the court as we unveil the CCIW Championship banner. Congratulations, Blue Jays. And now if we've taken all our pictures, if our 4 volunteers could head to the curtain. We take this opportunity to unveil the Final Four banner to commemorate the team's outstanding accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for the 2012 Elmhurst College volleyball team.
And we welcome you back to R.A. Fagnall Hall halftime here, the women's game between Elmhurst and Augustana. The Blue Jays lead it by 3, 29-26. Before we get to the first half statistics, just like to mention, really nice halftime ceremony. The Elmhurst Blue Jay volleyball team being recognized. The volleyball team winning the CCIW conference title. First time since 2004 that they did that. 6 all-conference performers from that team. The team that also did very well, made it to the Final Four of the NC2A Division III tournament. Head coach Julie Hall did an outstanding job with her team. And a nice banner that hangs atop of R.A. Fagnall Hall that says Elmhurst College 2012 NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball Final Four. That banner hanging next to the scoreboard. Really nice ceremony. So congratulations to the volleyball team here at Elmhurst College. First half numbers, by the way, Augustana, 6 of 25 shooting for 24%. Elmhurst, 9 of 27, 33%. Both teams with 20 rebounds. Both teams with 14 defensive rebounds. Turnovers in that first half, Elmhurst with 8, Augustana with 9. Leading scorers in the first half, as we got a traveling violation called against Augustana. Kim Schwartman with 9, Fiona McMahon with 8 to lead Elmhurst. Amy Hicks had 9 to lead Mark Beinborn's Vikings. Blue Jay basketball here, opening possession of the second half. Glad to have you aboard. My name is Mark Kruger. Delighted to bring you all the play-by-play from R.A. Fagnall Hall here in Elmhurst. And a held ball, possession arrow, favors the Blue Jays. Six different Blue Jays scoring in that first half. 7 different Vikings scoring in the first half. Mitchell dumping it inside to McMahon. Before the shot, we got a foul call. Kayla Boers with a foul. That's her third. That's a big foul right there. Coach Beinborn's going to go to his bench. So Kayla Boers has been in foul trouble this whole game. She's going to have to come out here. Kim Schwartman drives. 14 on the shot clock. Bounce pass inside to Mitchell. Left-handed shot, no. This is McNally. Pecora holding here on the near side now. Boers at the top. Over to Hicks. McNally traveled. Another turnover for the Vikings. Turnover number 11 in the game. Marissa Pezampani with 2 fouls herself into the game, as Boers will sit down with those 3 personals. Just over a minute gone by here in the second half. Blue Jays with the ball, leading by 3. Sinet fired it off the chest of Hicks, and a timeout taken by Teth Carrillo, realizing that Sinet was in trouble. She was double-teamed right at the half-court line, and so Carrillo calls a timeout here with 18:47 remaining here in this first half. The Blue Jays lead 29-26. Again, that first meeting between these two teams back on January 19th, Elmhurst actually trailed in that ballgame at halftime by 5, but they came back strong in the second half to win it 69-61. Blue Jays hoping for a season sweep of the Vikings if they could pull off a victory here tonight. Elmhurst again will finish off its season Tuesday night, February 19th at Wheaton College against the Thunder. 7:30 tip-off for that ball game. Skip pass over here to Sinet after the timeout. 5 on the shot clock. Schwertman, Sinette's going to have to get it off here, and she does, just beating the buzzer. Hits the front rim. Good hustle in the corner by Schwertman. They'll get a fresh 30-second shot clock. Mitchell to McMahon, and a pushing from behind. It's going to be called on, well, if that's Pezzanani. It is on Pezzapani. That's her third. So Marissa Pezzapani with 3. Kayla Bors is on the bench. She has 3. Pezzapora comes out of the game, or I should say Pezzapani quickly comes out of the game with the 3 fouls. Replacing her is DeJorio. So a couple of Vikings in foul trouble sitting on the bench, and a foul against the Blue Jays here. It'll be on Stephanie Mitchell, her first. First team foul of the half. Well, we've played 2 minutes, and neither team has scored yet here in the second half. Hicks dribbling up top, giving it off to Tambling. Rebound to Mitchell. We're still scoreless in the second half. Swanson brings it over here to the near side to Sinette. Three-ball attempt by Swanson, front rim. But there's Stephanie Mitchell with another offensive rebound and a charge. Offensive foul is going to be called. Hicks did a good job of holding her ground and taking the charge. Katie Swanson second. Her second, it's the second team foul. Both teams with 2 team fouls here in the second half. Coming up at 4 o'clock, it'll be the men's game. Here live from R.A. Faginal Hall. Shot put up by DeJorio. Battling for the ball. Hicks comes away with it. McNally. Nope. But there's DeJorio. And the Vikings will get yet another opportunity. Hicks will pull up from 15. Use the glass nicely. Well, there's your first field goal of the second half for either team. Amy Hicks with 11, and the Vikings are within 1. Mitchell over the fingertips, through the fingertips of Schwertman. Blue Jays turn the ball over here, and they look a little out of sync here in the second half. Devin Vaughn comes into the game along with Nikki Moan. So you've got Devin Vaughn, Nikki Moan, Sinette, Katie Swanson, and Fiona McMahon out there for the Blue Jays. Pecora will dribble up to the left elbow, passing it off to Hicks. This is McNally now at the top. 15 on the shot clock. DeJorio. Hicks faked the 3. Skip pass, and it's knocked away by Sinette. DeJorio gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. Tambling, and Fiona McMahon fouls Tambling as she goes over the back. Second foul on Fiona McMahon. It's the third team foul. Boy, that's tough because the shot clock was down to 3. So now the Vikings get a new 30-second shot clock. McNally to the left hand, leaves it short. Ball is loose. McMahon comes away with it. Here's Sinette. Sinette flips it over to Moan. Skip pass over here to Sinette. Moan makes the move. Swanson on the drive has it blocked by DeJorio. Blue Jay basketball with 14 on the shot clock. 15:53 on the game clock. And into the game for Augustana is number 12, Molly Etheridge. She replaces McNally. 15:53 remaining in the ballgame. Sinette. That one is off. DeJorio with the rebound. Hicks And the drive by Pecora, she puts it in. Gianna Pecora with 4, and a 4-0 run by Augustana. The Vikings lead by 1. Knocked out by DeJorio. Boy, the Blue Jays, they just need to get a good shot here when they get the ball back. DeJorio comes out of the game. Fiona McMahon will inbound it here for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays trailing by 1. Ball is loose. Taken away by Augustana. Here's Hicks. Hicks quickly ahead to Etheridge. Etheridge inside post to Bates. And Jessica Bates with an inside layup. Vikings by 3. Their biggest lead of the game, and a timeout taken by head coach Seth Carrillo. A 6-0 run by the Augustana Vikings to start the second half, and Augustana now leads by 3. 32-29 after trailing at halftime 29-26. Other action in the CCIW. Milliken is at Illinois Wesleyan. Carthage is at Wheaton. That ball game is going to be huge. Carthage leading the conference at 11-1. Wheaton right behind them at 10-2. That game being played in Wheaton. And then North Park is in Naperville to take on the North Central College Cardinals. Exactly 5 minutes have gone by here in this second half. Blue Jays trailing by 3. They have not come out after intermission and played well here in the second half. They have yet to score. They're on a 5-minute drought. See if they can break that here with a bucket. Devin Vaughn gets it into Swanson. Vaughn popping out. Drives. Tried to dump it inside to McMahon. Swanson for 3. No good. And the rebound to Bades. Here's Etheridge looking for some space. She gets it. Front of the rim, it's no good. And the rebound is taken down by Courtney Spencer. Spencer gives it up to Moan. Now it's Swanson inside to McMahon. Boy, they're trying to force it in, and Augustana is just double teaming McMahon. There's just no room. And an offensive foul called on Gianna Pecora. Good job by Spencer to take the charge. It's a great idea to try to dumping it inside to Fiona McMahon as Mona's going to come out. Melanie Schwartman is going to come in. But if it's not there, then you need to keep working it around. Someone will be open for an open jump shot if they continue to double team McMahon down on the block. And we're going to have a foul called here against Augustana. Foul is on Andrea McNally. That's her second. Pressure now by the Vikings here. 32-29 Augustana, 14 minutes remaining. Shot by Monroe. There's a whistle. The whistle came after the shot, so they should count the bucket here. It was a 2. Or no, they're calling it a 3. So the 3 ball by Claire Monroe. Boy, I thought she was on the line, but we'll take it. Monroe, and Coach Beinborn is, that's what he's saying. He's saying, no way, she was inside the arc, but the officials are calling it a 3, and that 3 ties the game up at 32. After the shot, the foul was on Tambling, her second, so now the Blue Jays have the ball back again. Left-handed shot, no good by Schwardman. And a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Claire Monroe, her first. So Claire Monroe's three, with just over 6 minutes elapsing here in the second half, ties the game up at 32. Tambling will take the shot, no. Vaughn with the rebound, and now the Blue Jays can take the lead. Melanie Schwartman to the far side. That three is off by Monroe, but McMahon with an offensive rebound. Skip pass over here to Vaughn. Vaughn drives right baseline, whips it out to the left baseline, and a traveling violation called. Claire Monroe may have shuffled her feet a little bit as she tried to get set to shoot that one. 13-18 remaining in regulation. We're tied at 32. Good ball game coming to you from R.A. Fagenal Hall here in Elmhurst. Mark Kruger along with Glenn Liljeberg, Phil Petrusik, and our entire crew. Kevin Jude, delighted to bring you all the action. Etheridge up top to Tambling. Tambling will take the 10-footer, and it comes out. McMahon with the rebound. Here's Devin Vaughn. Does not have the numbers, and they'll bring it out. Vaughn drives, kicks it to Monroe. McMahon drives, little half hook. Vaughn, Schwardman, no. And it's taken down by Bades. Quickly ahead, this is Kerr for Augustana. Kerr drives, shoots, nope. McMahon with the rebound. As we come up on the 12-minute mark of this one. Good crowd, too. Augustana, they bring with them a good crowd traditionally throughout the years, and this afternoon, no exception. Good crowd on the Elmhurst side as well. Foul that time was on Jessica Bades, her second. Vaughn flips it out, and that shot no good by Monroe, but it's Kim Schwardman with the putback. Kim now in double figures with 11. Blue Jays back up by 2, 34-32. Oh, quick release by Bades. Boy, Jessica with a little catch and shoot from the right baseline. She's got 6. That ties the game up at 34. 11:25 to go in the ball game. Melanie Schwardman. Here's Monroe, another 3. New shot clock. Here's Kim Schwartman. Spencer holding. It's Monroe going to the left hand, leaves it short. She gets it back, however. It did hit the bottom of the rim, so they get a new shot clock. Spencer holding here. Popping out is Vaughn. Melanie, oh, nice quick spin move to the left hand. And a foul is going to be called on Marissa Pezzapani. That's her 4th. Well, 3 Augustana ladies are at the scorer's table. I'm assuming 1 is going to be for Pezzapani. As Melanie hits the first free throw, she's got 4. And a timeout taken here by Augustana. A full timeout taken here with 10:44 remaining. It's been close throughout. 35-34 34 in favor of the Blue Jays. There were 4 lead changes in the first half. Elmhurst led by as many as 6. Largest lead for Augustana was 3. That came pretty early in the second half when they went on that 6-0 run to take the lead 32-29. But right now, I'll set the numbers for you. 10:44 remaining in regulation. It's the Blue Jays 35, Augustana 34. Elmhurst has 4 team fouls. Meanwhile, Augustana has 7. So the Blue Jays already are going to be shooting 1 and the bonus here with 10:44 remaining. So keep that in mind. That could come into play as well. In the first half, Elmhurst was 9 of 13 from the free throw line, and Augustana was almost perfect, 13 of 14 from the foul line. So as this game gets closer and closer, both teams are shooting the ball very, very well from the free throw line. So one more free throw here by Melanie. She gets it to go. She's got 5, and the lead is back up to 2. 36-34. Blue Jays with the lead. DeJorio gives it up to Pecora. 17 on the shot clock. Here's Hicks. Skip pass over to DeJorio, and it rolls in. Whoa, that used the entire rim to go down. First bucket of the afternoon for Devin DeJorio, and we're tied at 36. And now pressure by Augie. Kim Schwartman gets it across. Schwartman with a bounce pass to Vaughn. She gets it back. Little too strong. DeJorio, or check that, that's Boers with the rebound. So now Augustana with a chance to take the lead. We're halfway through the second half. Hicks is fouled. Amy Hicks will come to the line to shoot 2. Kim Schwerdman with the foul, her second. Amy Hicks, by the way, this afternoon from the foul line is a perfect 4 for 4. She's got 11, 9 of them coming in the first half. First trip to the foul line for Augustana here in the second half, and she misses the first. 9:49 remaining. McMahon back into the game. Along with Swanson, Sinet, and Whitney Schaefer. So a little more offense. Second free throw is good by Hicks. Amy with a dozen. And Augustana leads by 1, 37-36. Shot in the corner, no good by Schaefer, but the Blue Jays will get it back. Sinet gives it to Schaefer as she pops out here to the near side. McMahon spins, gives it to Vaughn. Vaughn with the left hand, a whistle and a foul. Devin Vaughn will come to the line to shoot 2. Devin Vaughn started earlier in the year. She's coming off the bench here this afternoon. Follows on Devin DeJorio, her first, 8th team foul. 2 shots coming for Devin Vaughn. That hits the heel of the iron. No good. Devin will have 1 more. Etheridge back into the game, as well as Bades for Augustana. .922 left in regulation. Wow, that one way off the mark. McMahon, though, gets an offensive rebound, and she is fouled. Fouls on Boers. That's her fourth. So Boers with 4. Pesapani with 4. McMahon hits the free throw. Fiona now with 9. That's her first point of the second half. That ties the game up at 37. This for the lead. Back into the game for Augie is Cheney Tambling, number 44. So for Augie, you've got Bades, Tambling, Hicks, Pecora, and Etheridge. Here's Hicks. Tambling will take the shot and hit it. Whoa, nothing but net for Cheney Tambling. She's got 7. And Augie back up by 1. 39-38, under 9 minutes to go. Sinet with the bounce pass to McMahon. And a double dribble. Good call by the official. .8:48 remaining here in regulation. Augie with the ball and a 1-point lead. Etheridge, oh, nice baseline move that time by Bades. Good recognition that time as well by Etheridge. And it's going to result in Bades coming to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul was on Devin Vaughn. That's her 3rd. It's the 6th team foul. So Jessica Bades misses the first free throw. She's got 6. One more coming for Jessica. Jessica Bades is a junior out of West Chicago. Hits the second free throw. 7 for Bades. 2-point lead for the Vikings. 40-38, Augustana. Well, that pass intended for Vaughn knocked away. Augie now in possession. Hicks driving. Vaughn, count it. Blocking foul on Devin. Pretty good call there. Vaughn just did not get there. She was a split second late. I mean, it was the right idea for Devin. She just got there a little late. And that's her 4th. Hicks to the line, looking to complete the 3-point play. Amy with a dozen now. Well, check that 14. She's got 14. She completes the 3-point play, and Augustana is enjoying its biggest lead of the day. It's 5, 43-38. Monroe ahead to Schwartman. And Kim gets fouled as she took it to the hoop. Foul, I believe, on Jessica Bades. Her 3rd. And so Kim Schwartman to the line. She's got 11. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line today. Makes the first one to give her a dozen points on the night. On the day, I should say. Second free throw, no good. 4-point lead. And with double dribble called in the backcourt there by Amy Hicks. Kind of an unforced turnover. See if the Blue Jays can take advantage of it here. It's the Blue Jays trailing here by 4, 43-39. With just over 8 minutes remaining. And another whistle and another foul. Augustana losing the first game between these two teams back in Rock Island, 69-61. Foul was on Molly Etheridge, her 2nd. And so that'll bring Karen Sinet to the line to shoot two. It's the 10th foul against Augustana, so double bonus here. Sinet is 2 for 2 from the free throw line today. Now she's a perfect 3 for 3. Blue Jays are within 3, 43-40. Second free throw is also good. Clutch free throws by Karen Sinet, the senior. Or actually, she's only a junior, Sinet is. 43-41 Augustana. Ball is loose, picked up by Tambling. 14 on the shot clock. McNally drives, may have walked, and yes, there's the call. I tell you what, the officials have done a really nice job this afternoon. This is a really good officiating crew. They haven't missed a lot. They've been right on top of things. Monroe gives it to Sinet. Karen up top to McMahon. Well, now there's only 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Monroe, bounce pass, good movement. Schwertman, no. Schwertman, though, gets it back, and she just took it away from McNally. McNally had her left hand on it and lost it. 7 minutes remaining. Skip pass to Swanson. And it's, what do we got, a timeout? Or no, a foul. Oh, foul on Fiona McMahon. No, check that. They're gonna call the foul. Well, it is on McMahon. 6:45 remaining. Augustana with the lead, 43-41. Tambling from the right corner. Here comes Kim Schwertman in transition, and she lays it in. Boy, Kim just took that thing coast to coast. 14 points today for Kim Schwertman, and that ties the game up at 43. As we approach the 6-minute mark of this one. Tambling gives it to Pecora. 10 to shoot. Etheridge looks up at the clock. 5 on the shot clock. Etheridge has it blocked by McMahon, out of bounds to the Blue Jays. Augustana substitution, number 33, Maddie Kerr. And for the Blue Jays, it's Devin Vaughn coming back into the game. 30-second timeout taken by Mark Beinborn and the Augustana Vikings. Mark Beinborn's assistant coaches, Maurice Woods and Abby Staples. Exactly 6 minutes remaining in regulation. All right, Blue Jay basketball here after the timeout. Full court pressure. Here's Devin Vaughn. Coming to the middle was Schwertman. Here's Monroe. Vaughn inside to Melanie, and she puts it in. Schwertman with 7. 45-43, Blue Jays with the lead. Pecora That one was way off. And Vaughn with the rebound. Blue Jays with the ball. And a 2-point lead. McMahon double teamed. She puts it up but got fouled. Tampling with the personal foul. That's Cheney's third. And again, the Augustana Vikings are in the super bonus. So the Blue Jays will shoot 2. Beautiful form that time by Fiona McMahon. Could tell she's worked on her offensive skills and her shooting. She's got a dozen as she connects both free throws. Fiona McMahon is 7 of 8 from the foul line this afternoon. 4-point lead for the Blue Jays, 47-43. Kerr's three is off. McMahon with another rebound. Exactly 5 minutes remaining. Blue Jays by 4. And a whistle and another foul here at the other end. Timeout on the floor here as Coach Beinborn is getting an explanation here from one of the officials. As you take a look at the Blue Jay bench and Teth Carrillo going over the play with her team here. 4:51 remaining. Time starting to become a factor here as the Blue Jays lead it by 4, 47-43. Again, if you're just tuning in, it is senior day here this afternoon at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Final home game of the year. Nice ceremony before the ball game as the Blue Jays honoring the 2 seniors. Kim Schwartman. Kim, a 3-year letter winner for the Blue Jays. Graduate of Glenbard South High School, the daughter of Dan and Joanne Schwartman. And also Stephanie Mitchell. Stephanie, a 4-year letter winner for the Blue Jays. She is a graduate of Roscommon High School in Michigan and is the daughter of Bob and Lori Mitchell. The final home game of their collegiate career for Stephanie Mitchell and Kim Schwartman, and they both played pretty well here in the game. Kim Schwartman in particular, she's got 14 points. Stephanie Mitchell yet to score, but Stephanie getting a couple of rebounds, some hustle plays. Melanie Schwartman misses the free throw. And boy, just as I mentioned the first half stats for both teams shooting the free throws, obviously that's going to be a key factor in this game down the stretch. Back into the game for Augustana, Bades and Pezzapani. Pezzapani returns with those 4 fouls. Second free throw by Schwartman is good. Melanie now with 8. The lead is 5, 48-43 Blue Jays. Pezzapani, skip pass over here to Etheridge. Etheridge from the elbow extended. That one is off. Rebound taken down by Swanson. 4:15 remaining. Swanson, who she had a wide open 3, was a bit hesitant. 8 on the shot clock. The drive by Vaughn. Ball is loose, and it's taken down by Bades. Steal, though. Vaughn is going to get fouled with 3:57 remaining in the game. Foul is going to be on Bades. And so with the Blue Jays now, they'll be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way because Augustana has 10-plus team fouls. Devin Vaughn to the line, and she's got 2 shots. She's 0 for 2 from the foul line today. Well, she continues to miss. She's 0 for 3 now. McNally back into the game. She replaces Pecora. 3:57 to go in regulation. It's a 6-point lead now, 49-43 after Vaughn hits 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Kerr made the move, good defense by Vaughn. Pezzapani drives. Fades, nope. Ball is loose, out of bounds to the Blue Jays. Big possession here, see if the Blue Jays can get a bucket and extend the 6-point lead. 3.5 minutes remaining. Get it into Swanson. Swanson back to Vaughn. McMahon dribbles out of the paint, up top to Vaughn, inside to Schwartman to the left hand. Beautifully done. Good ball movement by the Blue Jays. Melanie in double figures with 10. And a timeout taken by Mark Beinborn. 3:05 remaining. The lead is now 8 for the Blue Jays. They are enjoying their biggest lead of the game. Leading the way for Elmhurst in this game, Fiona McMahon has 12. Kim Schwartman in her final home game in her collegiate career, she has 14. Melanie Schwartman in double figures as well with 10. 3 Blue Jays in double figures. For Augustana, Amy Hicks is the leading scorer. She has 15. Jessica Bades has 7. Cheney Tambling also has 7. Blue Jays led at halftime by 3, 29-26. And now with just over 5 minutes, or over 3 minutes remaining, I should say, 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining, Blue Jays lead it by 8, 51-43. We'll see now if Coach Carrillo wants her club to run the clock down, take as much of the 30-second shot clock off as you can. Still want to be aggressive, but you would think you want to run some clock here with just over 3 minutes remaining. Here's McNally. Kerr to McNally in the right corner. McNally fires up the shot. It's short. Ball is tipped around. Ball is loose. And a traveling violation called against Elmhurst. It'll be Augustana ball with 2:50 remaining. McNally will inbound it here for Augustana. McNally gets it into Kerr. Turnaround shot by Bades. No. She hit one like that earlier, but that one was way off. All right, now 2:35 remaining. Oh, steal that time by Jessica Bades as McMahon tried to dump it inside to Schwerdman. That would have been a tough pass. Bades, here's McNally. 3-ball by Kerr. Front rim, no good. Strong rebound by Vaughn. Huge rebound that time by Devin. We are exactly at the 2-minute mark. Blue Jays trying to hold on to this lead and get the victory. McMahon holding. Now she'll take the three. No good. Rebound to Kerr. Augie pushing it up. Kerr looking for an outlet. Now gives it off to Hicks. 1:40 remaining. Inside to Kerr. Kerr double teamed. She dives for it, but it went out of bounds. It'll be Blue Jay basketball. Blue Jays looking to get it, and now they finally do to Vaughn. Swanson to McMahon, now back up top to Vaughn. 1:25 remaining. 16 on the shot clock. Swanson holding up top. Here's Vaughn. Inside to McMahon, Schwartman. Back out. Swanson for three. Nope. Here comes Etheridge for Augie. Etheridge stops at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Hicks. Hicks goes strong to the floor, and they're going to hit Monroe with the foul. Claire not very happy with the call, but it's her second. It's the 9th team foul, so Hicks to the line, shooting one in the bonus. Chance for the Vikings to get some points here without the clock moving. Ooh, back iron, no good. A big miss for Augie. Here's Vaughn in the backcourt now. Schwartman. And a timeout taken by Coach Carrillo. She's asking for a 30-second timeout. Now they're going to change it to a full timeout taken by Coach Carrillo here, as she wants to talk things over with her club, making sure that everybody is on the same page. Well, individual leaders for the Blue Jays coming into this game. Free throw leaders, Fiona McMahon shooting 79%. Stephanie Mitchell, 68%. Devin Vaughn, also 68%. The assist leaders, Sinet with 82. Steal leaders, Kim Schwartman with 33. Fiona McMahon is the block leader with 46. McMahon also in field goal percentage. She leads this team 58% from the field. Three-pointers, Sinet 42%, Schaefer 41%, Monroe 32%. It's 51-43 in favor of Elmhurst. Elmhurst looking for its 11th win of the season. They're currently 10-13. Augustana overall 7-16. Vikings 2-10 in the CCIW. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays are 4-8 in conference play. 55 and 9/10 seconds remaining in the game. Claire Monroe will trigger the inbound here for Elmhurst. 20 on the shot clock. And the reach in on Pecora. There's your foul. Pecora's second. It's super bonus time here, so Claire Monroe to shoot two. Claire has a three ball here in this second half. She's got 3 points. 54 seconds remaining. Nothing but net for Claire Monroe. Oh, she's got a good looking stroke from the foul line. Second free throw just rolls out. Pezzapani with the rebound. 9-point lead, 52-43. Three ball by Pecora is no good. We got a whistle though, as Hicks went to the floor. Well, the Blue Jay crowd not liking that call at all. May have been a little bit of acting. Foul is on Devin Vaughn, and for Devin, that's her 5th. She fouls out of the game with 1 point. So Hicks will come to the line here. She'll shoot 2 shots as both teams now in the double bonus. Hicks misses the free throw. Hicks has missed her last 2 free throws. She connects on the second, 52-44, and there's another foul. Stops the clock with 41 and 7/10 seconds. Fiona McMahon will shoot 2. The foul is on Gianna Pecora, her 3rd. So the Blue Jays can put this away if they can hit their free throws. Can't get it to go. 52-44. Etheridge launches a 3. Nope. Monroe with the rebound, and Monroe gets fouled by Hicks. Monroe back to the line here with 32 seconds remaining, so things are looking pretty good for the Blue Jays. (52-44) as Monroe hits the free throw. Claire with 5. Can't hit the second. Hicks with the rebound. Half a minute remaining. Blue Jays by 9, 53-44. Hicks fires up a shot. Blue Jays get it. Monroe is fouled in the backcourt by Hicks. Amy's 3rd. And that'll bring Claire Monroe back to the line. 19 seconds remaining. And at this point, I think if you're Augustana, you can call off the Wolves. No need to foul anymore. Trailing by 9 with just 19 seconds to go. And now you're trailing by 10. And the second free throw is also good by Claire Monroe. It's an 11-point lead for the Blue Jays, 55-44. Shot off the mark. Blue Jays with the ball. 5 seconds. Schwartman, appropriately the senior, will dribble out the game. Here at R.A. Fagnall Hall, your final score, the Blue Jays of Elmhurst win it by a score of 55-44 over the Augustana Vikings. We'll get to the scoring for you, the individual scoring, but first Elmhurst overall now 11-13, 5-8 in the CCIW. Meanwhile, Augustana 7-17 overall and 2-11 in conference play. Fiona McMahon had 12 points. Kim Shortman with 14. Claire Monroe had 7. Melanie Schwartman with 10. Katie Swanson had 4. Karen Sinnett had 4 as well. Courtney Spencer had a 3-ball in that first half for the victorious Elmhurst College Blue Jays. As far as the Augustana Vikings are concerned, Amy Hicks was the leading scorer for Augie. She had 16. Jessica Bates had 7. Tambling had 7. Etheridge with 4. Boers with 2. Pecora with 4. Kerr with 2. And Devin DeJorio with 2 points in the ball game here this afternoon. So don't forget, the men will bring you the men's game at 4 o'clock. Coming up here in just a little bit. For our entire crew, for Phil Petrosic, Glenn Liljeberg, Mark Kruger, saying so long from R.A. Fagnall Hall, the women of Elmhurst with the victory, 55-44 over Augustana. So long, everybody.